What are you... What? Are you saying you already went to watch my devlog? And it's so bad, you won't say happy affiliate anniversary? Oh no, wait, I thought you said no way, I'll say it after the devlog. You're saying no way, I'll say it after. Okay, I thought I didn't see the period there for a second. Mine? Okay. I can't wait to react to this. I did go ahead and like watch part of it, like when he made us review it. Alright. I see how it is. Can I just went up a little bit? Ready? Just giving it a little bit of time. I'm so happy for you, Pad, though. I spent most of today in like a dentist chair, so I'm glad I get a stream. I played one game of Arena before and 8 finally, so we're chilling now. Even after the what am I thinking of? After the video, I got a lot of dev work. Check out this map. Check out the maps I'm making. Hey, what's up, Windrider? It's going well, man. I'll need to move up the cliffs a little bit, but I'm so happy that, like, I mean, it works. The tile set looks nice with all the changes and everything. I'm very, very, very pleased. It's not crashing anymore either after I did that, like, that update. I just want to show this really quickly before we begin. Give people... Thanks, dude. I have a cool mechanic we're gonna do for this area. It'll be darker and, like, red as you, like, go in. So it'll look kind of like this, but, like, darker. I'm actually using Lul as inspiration, I won't lie to you. Because your winter areas look really good. That's an ad break. So I don't have that done, and then so it works, and then this is gonna be my biggest map ever. I'm working on part of it. I'm doing like I took part of like another map to use like a base, and as you can see, like I extended it a lot. And I'm working on a little like water area. You can go down here, and then I'm gonna make another cliff area here. And I'm thinking, what I want is there to be water here with the lighthouse, and a little like a little guy that shows you the lantern. The mechanic I kind of want is once you like you'll enter it and it'll be like okay, but then you'll go in a cave and they kind of warn you like, hey, listen, further up in Absalom it's pretty crazy, just so you know. This is like your chance to turn back, and the mechanic will be along the path. Let's just get like a basic path. Along the path you'll want to stick to it because it's really cold. So there'll be light posts put up. I'm not making a big tower, no. And along the light posts that are lit up, you'll be safe and you'll be warm. But if you... I know, Silk Song was actually an inspiration, but it's not going to be like cringe like that. It's not going to be... But they're not the first to do it. The reason I thought this was a good idea is because the entire continent is corrupted and infested with a bunch of unholy like abominations. So I wanted players to kind of stick to the main pass anyway. There will, of course, because it's me, right? There'll be secrets. You know, when will you finish Silksong? I don't know if I'll ever finish Silksong. Part of me wants to go back to it. Other parts of me never want to touch it again. We'll see. So when you go off the beaten path, you'll start to take cold damage. But if you like go into the caves and complete the quest from this guy up here, is it because you're bad at Silksong? Yes, I'm bad, and it's badly designed. It's a double whammy. You can get a lantern, and then you can go wherever you want. And you're not, like, forced to stick to the path, so it's easier to go explore these offbeat areas. That's the design I have. But the main thing is, like, you're made to stay on the path anyways. Where it's, like, mostly monster-free. That's the design of it. Anyways, what's up, guys? We're here to react to the new Toasty video that was a part of 10 devs compete to make the best game without communicating. RPG Maker Edition. So, react stream! Heck yeah. This is the best content. Not having to do anything myself, just react. I have a lot to say. I can give a lot of background on some stuff. I think it'll be cool. And we get I purposely have only looked at like part of it. I have not seen any of what the other team's done, except I know Gimpy. His was insane. I obviously I know what their game is because at the end of the challenge, we like watched Toasty play the other team's game, and then so they watched Toasty play our game that we made. So, all right, let's just get into it.
In this video, 10 game developers on 2 different teams will each be battling to make
I'm glad
the
he used
best
that
RPG
profile
Maker
picture
game
for me.
in just 3 days per developer.
I was
But
too
there's another twist.
I was too scared to use my face for my devlog. I'm more of a stream guy. It actually took like months and months and months of me like building up the courage to like give him like anything devlog wise. I was just so embarrassed hearing my own voice and like reading out. I wrote the script immediately and I just couldn't do it.
No communication between anyone is allowed. If the stereotypical RPG Maker game looks like this, what are they gonna make? Will it be good or will it be terrible?
RPG Maker actually removed its tag on. Steam removed the RPG Maker tag. So finding those AI slop RPG Maker games is gonna be a lot harder now.
Stay to the end to see their reactions to the finished game.
Wait, who's bored out there?
Or will it be terrible? Stay to the end to see their
Starts with a T. That's probably me. No? I don't know.
reactions to the finished game.
I don't know. I'm bored out.
Good day, everyone. My name is Moonwood Games, and I was lucky enough to be the person on my team to start this project. After several hours of banging my head
Moonwood's
against the wall,
devlog is so good. I feel so bad about mine after.
Now, a good suspenseful game needs mystery, tension, isolation, and jump scares. Next, I had to think about the setting. Haunted house? Too dusty. Graveyard? Too much formaldehyde. What about a haunted pizza restaurant where you're security guard and there's possessed animatronics trying to kill you? Okay, instead of completely ripping off Five Nights at Freddy's, let's just go with an arcade. And instead of being a security guard, you're a regular employee. First, I wanted to get the layout down. So,
like just getting the little like just bumpy like
every great game needs a bathroom with a working toilet. Not the best sound in the world, but I'm sure someone.
Julia actually accused me of adding that, I think, and it's wrong because obviously he did that. My mistake, though, I will say, my big mistake, I didn't,
also fix it. Next, this place needed some life. I added a couple people.
I should have recorded, like, just me pissing and used that as the audio for the toilet, but I didn't think that far ahead. It's kind of like one of those things you think of in hindsight.
People playing games in the arcade you can interact with, gave them a few dialogue options, but it looked kind of weird just having them stand there forever. They should move at certain times. So next, I made a time system. Now I can have the events move around and say different things at different times of the day.
Too much.
And they'll all leave at the end of the night. But what's the player gonna do?
It's insane he did this.
Well, you're in an
like
arcade.
in 3
Let's make
days.
the cabinets playable. I made a couple mini games. Here's a slot machine where you can go gambling, and I made a retro racing game. Maybe the player will also explore the arcade a bit more while it's open just to see what there is to see. Speaking of exploring, did you know I have a YouTube channel where I upload all sorts of RPG Maker content, including tutorials, both short form and long form, and I live stream the development of my own game that I'm currently making called Tomb of Versilius. It's a retro-style dungeon crawling roguelike RPG where you're exploring a
I can't believe I was
dungeon.
unfamiliar with Moonwood. He is now one of my favorite RPG Maker streamers. His streams are so good. I know, it's crazy. I was like, what is the quality on this? Like, I'm in his streams, they're so well done. They're such high quality.
Trying to find the Dark Mage
It's
Versilius and
crazy.
bring him to justice.
And he's so talented. And so, what
If
an
you're interested, I would love to see
also huge sweetheart. What a nice guy Moonwood is.
a live stream sometime. Now, back to the arcade. Now, I hadn't really thought about what would happen or why it would happen in the game yet. I know others will flesh it out later, but I wanted to get some groundwork in. I decided the rough idea would be that you're the last employee working at the fledgling arcade. Your boss, Zach, who's a longtime family friend, owns the arcade, and you want to be there with him all the way up until the end. Zach has spent the last of his life savings buying 3 new cabinets in hopes that it would drum up some kind of business.
I know, it's
As last
crazy.
employee, it'll be your job to unbox and plug in these new cabinets. But how do you convey that to the
I just think like when he was editing this devlog, he was like, oh, these need to be moving around as well. Like, he didn't just put the images up there, which would have been fine.
employee? It'll be your job to unbox.
Like, there's always movement. So he takes the game dev principles and applies it to the video as well. It's so
plug in
good.
these new cabinets. But how do you convey that to the player? How about a voicemail? So, I created an intro where the player is listening to the voicemail that Zach left, giving them instructions, talking about the cabinets, and when he says the name of the last cabinet, there'll be a good old jump scare. So, let's throw the cabinets in some boxes and put them in the back so the player can then unbox them and move them into position when the arcade closes.
And like doing
Perfect, but it still doesn't feel tense enough. It's gotta be the lighting. So, I grabbed this amazing lighting plugin from Shora, added some lights around,
this
yeah,
lighting
that
plugin was
actually
insane.
feels way
Actually,
better.
it
Maybe one
almost
last layer of suspense.
made me
Let's
want to
add
go to
because
MZ
lighting
just off
always
of
seems to
that.
make things that are already suspenseful even more suspenseful. Speaking of suspenseful, the clock was ticking and I was nearly out of time on my 72-hour clock. So, I needed to add more things to really get my ideas solidified before I pass it off. I made it so when you push the Try Me game cabinet into the place and plugged it in, the lights would go out and there would be another jump scare, revealing something or someone is in the arcade behind you. Then I gave the player a flashlight to really heighten the tension and suspense.
Like, look at the way it moves. Look at the way it moves. Like that's slick. It's so cool. That lighting plugin is so good.
72 hours, but I'm very excited to see what the next person adds to this project.
So, Moonwood Games has added the one mechanic always missing from FNAF. Gambling, just like how I added the one mechanic always missing from disturbing RPG Maker.
I have a feeling I every single person is gonna announce their own game when they get the opportunity to. That's how you do it. I wonder if that'll be annoying for like casual viewers. Like, but you're stupid not to, right? Why would you not?
Games to my indie RPG Maker game Grimdelve, which is the ability to choose truly who your character becomes. If you're interested and or enjoying this video, please consider wishlisting Grimdelve on Steam to help support the channel.
Yeah. No, it makes sense. I think everyone does it good. Like a good amount is what I had to expect. But I wonder if like viewers will feel like whiplash. Like everyone's just talking, and then in my game, I do it too.
My name is Riggy2K3.
So I think what he does is like we're gonna jump between projects. So it's not gonna be because I was next after Moonwood, so we're gonna jump to the other project.
You may know me as a content creator and game developer making the RPG Maker horror game called Deluge, which is coming really soon.
All right.
I just got back from like a really exciting.
Oh, that's true. Ricky had a whole booth.
Magfest in Washington D.C. and man, do I have a lot to say about that experience.
That's so cool.
But I'll save that for my own video because you're not here for that. You're here to see what kind
All
of
right.
project that I can put together for this crazy.
All right,
Toasty
chop,
video.
Riggy.
So, let me get started. For this challenge, we're using RPG Maker MZ, and in order to challenge my team and in an attempt to make the best game possible, I decided to pull some stylistic choices from one of my favorite games, Lisa. Also, when this challenge started, I had recently picked up this game, Yuppie Psycho, an office-themed horror adventure game, and I wanted to pull from that. So what we're gonna do is make a side-scrolling game that takes place in an office building. I created simple tile sets that were based on office items, so there are things like bathroom features, a copy machine, chairs, a vending machine, doors, a laptop.
Couldn't be really.
And then I also tried to figure out an auxiliary stairwell, which I apologize to anybody working on this project because this is very jankily done. So when I start a game, usually I'll create a little setup, and here's where I set up the story. Basically, I put the player into an office setting and just kind of throw them out on their way. Slowly but surely, I filled out all of the different floors. I added temporary rooms with just a couple of the things that I created. This one has a nice view.
Knowing where this
Some
is
of these
going,
have a nice
this
little
is
view
insane.
inside. I built a first floor that has a little bit of an entrance, which is where the story will take place, and I even built a little window that leads into the secretary or reception's office here. After I completed designing all the rooms, I went in and I just gave it a very simple setup where
How's he not
the
out of
player
time?
is just a little financial
These guys
analyst
work too
character
fast.
pictured here. And I just put him in the office.
I
and
have a
this is where
theory. I have a theory. The reason it takes so long for these guys to make games is they just don't they don't work on it. They probably go and play some other games, or just they abandon it for months, and all the the major progress you see is also in 3 days when they lock in.
I figured
I don't think it's
I would
consistent.
leave it super open-ended so that whoever comes after me would have a blast.
They're too efficient.
filling
This
in the
challenge
plot,
proves it. That's my
and
conspiracy theory.
Hopefully they don't make anything too crazy.
So then that was it. I just packaged the rest of the game together and sent it off to the next developer, and good luck.
Round 2.
That's oh no! Oh god. Okay, this is gonna be so hard for me to watch. I can't hear my own voice, dude. I can't. Okay, that's so cool. That's RD, dude. They were at the same convention. That's really cool how they put that in the video. All right. Okay. Technically, by default, my devlog can't be the worst, but I gotta play with out headphones. I gotta play without headphones. This is gonna be too hard.
Round 2. Fight.
Okay, I'm next. I don't even remember what
John, developer of Our Dying World. I was in
Look.
Toasty's Dev Challenge last time. I felt like I didn't contribute that much. So this time, I wanted to go all out.
I did it.
I thought of what my biggest strengths are, and after some time, I realized that's
One mistake I made was I was like, I'm not gonna record myself working on it, cause I don't know what my thought process was for the devlog. I was like, I won't record myself working on it, but I'll have clips of it finished and stuff. And I recorded obviously our first initial impression.
help.
With this treasure, I summon.
That took me so long, dude.
See how much we could
It
slam
took
our
me so
brains
long to do
together
that.
For this. Right off the bat, we
These
were
guys
super
have so much
impressed.
more
Come on,
video
go.
editing experience.
Dude, fuck off.
Wait,
Fuck
what?
off.
That's so cool. Wait, no, does this mean we have to actually try?
Yeah. So, after seeing what Moonwood had left, we had a small meeting to discuss some ways to further progress the plot.
This took me so long to send Toasty.
So our goal was to have TryMe itself give the player tasks that would become increasingly more messed up as time went on. But first, we wanted to polish things up a bit.
But
Night
what's
Player
messed
got to
up
work on
too
some custom art, like a new sprite for Becca,
was
along with some custom face sheets and
I was,
voice lines for
I
the
was
scenes
kind
that
of
were
proud of the
announced so far.
devlog when it was done.
I got to work on
Just
updating the tile set and menus.
It's so
After
shit,
day
but I was
one,
like,
I turned this
it's functional.
into this.
I was proud of the
After
arcade
completing her
upgrade
part
though.
On day 2, so all that was left was
Changing
to
the
expand
tile
story
set and
as
everything
well
and
as
giving it
figuring out
all
what TryMe would
custom
look
stuff.
like, which we decided on this sprite. After that,
You know what's crazy? I forgot to say this. So we made the TryMe machine, right? We made it instead of it just being the random jackpot thing that they were before. But because I guess he didn't have time for that. Moonwood in the files. It wasn't in the game, but just randomly in the files. We found it later. He made a mock version. In the end, I think this was better. Not to. Hang on, when Moonwood made it was fine, but it's more consistent with the other machines because it's based off the tiles anyways.
I went ahead and gave some tasks for the player to do. Clean the bathroom, search the vents, which was
Okay, wait. I don't even know what I'm saying.
proud of that one. And then finally, feed it meat. TryMe is always watching you as you complete these. This is where things can get messed up. I wanted to take the system Moonwood had set up beforehand and incorporate it here. In the third task you're given by Try Me, it asks you for meat, and you have 3 choices. You can feed it the stray cat Mitzi, you can cut off your own finger with a knife you can find in the back, or you can find a hidden vending machine in the vents to purchase a dead rat.
Like, come on, the vent thing is cool, dude. The little vent machine, like, I kind of cooked. We kind of cooked. Me and Julia kind of cooked on this. I should also say, before I got her to do any, like, work for me, because I was like, she's not touching it, right? So it's like, it's sort of like a commission, which is allowed. I double checked the Toasty, alright? I'm in the clear. Just before, in case anyone brings that up.
The money from the machines. After all that was done, my time was coming to a close, so the last thing I did was update the title screen, as well as leaving a few extra voice lines for anyone else to use, you know, like incidentals like screaming, crying.
Like, look at that title screen, dude! Like, it's a little janky, but I was like, it's like, you hear like, doom, like, you hear like the music come in, and I think, actually, this is bad footage. In the end, I think I made it smooth, where it just slowly gets closer to the ominous Try Me screen in the middle. Also, do you like how it zooms in and you see the title screen here?
And I had also recorded. And yeah, if you thought this was cool, make sure to check out Our Dying World on Steam. You can see our more concentrated teamwork on there.
Oh yeah.
Wishlist it. Wishlist it. Really important. Wishlist it. Give it a 1,000 wishlist. Get all your friends to wishlist it. Thank you. Blah, 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 blah.
That's super awesome, Clint. You've gotten really good at this game. So I bet you will get the high score.
Thanks, Becca. I've been working really hard at it.
Round 2. Fight.
That shows, like, I can voice act, bro. You know, it that wasn't so bad, actually. That wasn't so bad. But yeah, we'll come back to that part. Alright. Gimpy took, not to blame Gimpy, I bet it's gonna be really cool. Gimpy took his sweet ass time working on this devlog, okay, buddy? So if you see this, better live up to the hype. Already too much.
Hi. You must be wondering who I am, but that isn't important. Just take a look, will you?
Okay.
Do you want to taste the violence?
What?
Do you?
It's an ad, bro. It's like, hey, before I talk about what I did here, why don't I respect it. I respect it. Bro puts a whole trailer of his own game in first.
Feel the adrenaline. Do you want to hear the sounds of the unknown, the dangerous, and the ugly? Do you want to smell blood once again?
Gimpy should have got me for the trailer voice, though, I will say. Should have heard my performance.
I made that pretty cool, huh? Huh? Why you're in handcuffs? Well, because he told me to.
Oh, okay. Well, Toasty did say so.
Well, he also sent me a game I needed to complete in 3 days. So, I had full freedom. I did what I wanted.
Gimpy, I know for a fact, because it was his art in their game, he went absolutely crazy with... I need to see how he did this in 3 days.
So
yeah.
take a look, will ya?
Yeah, he was like, yeah, I gotta learn Blender for my devlog. And I was like, bro, what are you doing? It was fine because he wasn't the holdup. We'll get to that, but he wasn't the holdup, so it was fine. But it's like I'm memeing on him, but it is really cool how like he was like wanted to go above and beyond for it.
Most before even starting with the project itself, I've never used MZ before. This means that
He should have gotten a mic upgrade though. I will say that.
I was going into a project essentially not knowing anything about the engine other than what it actually
Or that's some like background music. You know, we gotta critique it a little
Thankfully,
bit.
I did find a plugin that allowed me to use MV plugins in case I ever needed them, and I ended up using a lot of them. But also that I am an artist. That's what I do. As such, I started working on the art almost immediately the moment I saw it. Gameplay-wise,
Okay.
I knew exactly what I was going to do. It was going to be Russian roulette, obviously. It's one of my favorite games of all time, so all I needed to do was program it with my very limited knowledge, alongside some picture magic, let's call that.
Oh, I thought it was gonna be like with some AI.
I am very used to doing at this point.
But what is Russian roulette without its main thing? You know, players, dummy, enemies, fodder fucks.
I don't like.
You want to see it too, don't you?
I don't like Gimpy's voice coming from this character from this shit. This shit's a real horror movie.
You crazy fuck. Take a look.
And back to the drawing board I went. This is a company.
It's maybe because I know Gimpy, so it's like.
Employees. These employees will all be determined within the group by a process called the corporate trimming, aka shooting yourself in the face and hoping that the bullet does not go off.
Like, look at all the art he
Plain
did for
designs
this,
were
dude.
all
It's
inspired off
insane.
of shapes and colors. There's nothing much to it. I just used the primary colors of yellow, red, and blue alongside a triangle, square, and circle to create the characters. While I was at it, I also made the battle sprites as well. This way, the person next to me could work with them, provided they wanted to.
But art is easy. So let's play.
Yandere None just wants you to try the game. I guess so.
Loses. Don't worry. None is kind.
Gimpy should have gotten like a
Shall we
hentai
then?
voice actress to voice it.
1, 2. Nice.
It's got that dome, bro.
Isn't it so fun to let the trigger dictate your life?
Really well made, Gimpy.
Round 3.
Fight.
So, during the making of this video, Archaea was hit with multiple blackouts due to...
It's Archaea? Wait, is her profile picture just two people kissing?
Fight.
So,
I think so. I've been calling her Archaea for so long.
during the making of this video, Archaea was hit with multiple blackouts due to typhoons, monsoons, landslides. Basically, Mother Nature and the Philippines really didn't want this video to get made, which is why it's been in the works for 10 months. From my understanding, Archaea made a new menu, improved the title screen, and did a number of bug fixes.
Okay, it's smoother? I don't know. I think, because it was 2 months ago, I think my version was smoother. But I will have to say, I thought, I actually don't, I thought what Spicy Monkey did is what Archaea did. Just because it seemed like what she's like worked on in the past. But, it really sucks. It really sucks what happened to her. But I don't... I'm not trying to throw her in the bus, but I don't think... It's like we were almost down a person, which isn't like you know, because like you said, like she was hit with like so much, but I don't think she did anything. Like she couldn't even like submit like a devlog to Toasty here, like even like notes. So that's why like he had this like small section. So that really sucked for our team. Because like I said, it's like we were like a person down. But still, it's really cool how like it ended up like in spite of that. So that really sucks. Hopefully, if like anything like that happens in the future, that doesn't happen again.
Did a number of bug fixes. They might have done more, but I'm not aware of it.
Yeah, because they wouldn't even you totally understand the situation. I hope things are going better for it. Yeah, for sure. Like it's, I mean, what are you gonna do? Like dodge a natural disaster? Like
Doing a big
you can't really do
collab
that.
like
What's
this,
up, Julia?
people live all over the world. It's really hard to keep everything moving smoothly. So I'm grateful for the devs we do get to see from today. And
That's
I'm
true.
sorry for this interruption. Hope you'll forgive me. And on to the next person.
Round
I think
3.
Toasty caused it.
Fight.
how's it going?
We'll just say it.
I'm Amaguri. I'm a professional game dev and game writer. I'm currently working on a knowledge-based RPG called All the Promised Burn, a game about an assassin who is figuring out what she's going to do with her life now that the war has ended. I got brought onto this project by Toasty in the midst of me moving across the country, and so it was actually really chaotic for me to try to do this at the same time. I began, of course, by playing.
Oh yeah? Try dodging a natural disaster, buddy.
Looks like we already have custom tile sets in here. Darn,
that's crazy though.
That's fine, it's fine. When I first get into a game on a new game team that I don't know anything about, first thing I usually do is read the documentation. But seeing as we don't have that, I'm gonna play the game. There's no sound. Today's the first day we're making a court. Oh, what are these footstep sounds? These are bad. Well, sorry, excuse me. I mean,
shout out to whoever did the original footstep
like
sounds.
Suction cups, and that was grass. I'm just saying. We don't have WASD controls. Oh, I can. Okay, so we're making a side scroller. That's fun. Why is this guy blue? Why is the yellow person?
That's.
Okay, so we're making a side scroller. That's fine.
Hang on.
Why is this guy?
That's green. That's come on. That's green.
Blue. Why is the yellow person saying konnichiwa? I'm very concerned. Y'all, that's not what kata means. I don't... What is happening? Why are we doing this? Okay, I see what we're doing. I see what we're doing. Okay, it's going in. First thing I do is wear glasses. Oh,
I think she changed the dialogue.
I press the use glasses button. I use it when I do the thing. Can I just keep trying to shoot my opponent instead? It seems like aiming it at my head is just a bad idea generally, if I can always just shoot them. What is this stare animation, guys? What's happening? Yeah, I'm going to the basement, y'all. Oh, maybe I'm not. Oh, fire closet. Okay, so there doesn't look like there's any events in here, unless I'm crazy. So I think I was correct in assuming that that's the end of that. And what I decided I wanted to do after I did playtesting was to focus on the story as a narrative designer. At the time, I wasn't very familiar yet with RPG Maker and its technical systems, and given the custom battle system, I didn't really want to try to tinker with that.
That makes sense.
And then break it and lose all my progress in the limited amount of time. So I focused on what I was good at. I made a beginning and I made an end to the story. And I decided to make our protagonist, Reed, have a wife and a child who was sick, and that's why he needed to take this job. Because I think a normal person, if they walk into a job and discover that you have to kill all your coworkers, would just leave. However, if you needed the job to make sure that your child survived, you'd probably be willing to do a pretty unethical thing.
I mean,
so
for like, you have 3 days to work on it with other people that constantly change things. It was, I mean, it was super well put together. Like, I'll just spoil it now. Out of both games, I think, you know, I think theirs was better, objectively. I hate to say it, because, you know, I didn't work on it. But their game was so well made. Like, not putting ours down, of course. I think both are very cool. But, like, theirs was so good, I could see that as, like, a jam game that, like, wins something. And the fact that there's no communication and only 3 days each person could work on it, stunning. Like, I'll probably actually pitch it to Nova. Or like someone to play. Like, it was so cool.
Player to
it's only like an hour, like 40 minutes, so it's
like they were on board with whatever this job had to put in their way. After day one, in which I fixed the hitboxes, dirtied up the pixel art a little bit to match the tone that I was going for, adding some additional expressions.
That's cool.
I spent the next day writing and implementing the first cutscene. This was honestly one of my first times implementing a cutscene into RPG Maker, and it was a lot harder than I thought, but I learned very quickly. Probably in comparison to the other people on my team, I know nothing. And then I spent most of day 3 implementing the other cutscenes that I had written on day 2, as well as...
I thought everyone was familiar with RPG Maker.
I cobbled together a secondary tile set to represent the change in how we see the world before and after we knew about the corporate trimming. I'm very excited to see how much of this actually is going to end up making it into the final thing, or if all my work is going to get thrown out in favor of someone else.
That is true. I thought the same thing was going to happen. I thought, like, everything we set up for Try Me, I thought was going to be, like, elaborated on or replaced. I was like, oh, this is, like, a good, like, setup, right? But, because, of course, there's no communication. What I made was, like, the final product. So, I felt like my section was so... I felt like the ideas were really good. and like the setup, but like in practice they were so ass. Just cause like, no, I like, because again we were kind of like one person down. There was no one to like expand on that portion.
It's really
which I think hurt it
Special
overall.
thanks to Toasty Time for hosting us. Thank you, Mr. Lawyer Man.
It's not done with law school yet. All right, we're jumping to the conclusion a bit
Hey,
here.
Spicy Monkey here. First, I apologize for the sound quality. My setup isn't exactly ideal, but as a wise man once said, a true chef can cook no matter what the kitchen.
That's true. I mean, Gimpy's audio was crazy. But his devlog was still really, really good. So that's the thing. I think like Archea just turned on the chimey thing, and I guess worked on the menu. But so Spicy Monkey had to work on like everything else. So I wasn't familiar with Spicy Monkey either because I think he's a Toasty Jam winner. But like I did like look over this briefly to like review everything. He cooked. He absolutely did cook. So he was not like just setting this up ego-wise.
So, to start out, I played through the game so far, and I'd just like to take a moment to appreciate Archea's work. Despite the horrible difficulties faced, they still passed along a polished, high-quality game. Hats off to them. At the end, I saw Task 4. Hide and seek. Something is coming from the vents.
And it's not her fault. Not her fault. Natural storm. But this was me, though, so we need to replace this to the... Good job to the real Tron for setting up the previous tasks.
My job was pretty clear. I was going to have to make the monster for this game. But first, I planned out what I was going to do. Since I was the second to last person on my team, my plan was to finish the actual game so that the last person could finish on polishing and adding bonus content. So I mapped out the areas I was going to make with placeholder assets and wrote down some dialogue in Google Docs. On day 2, I focused on making assets for the monster as well as the game world. Easy, right? Wrong! My only real art experience is with pixel art, and the game as it was pretty high res. So how do I work around this? By making pixel art anyway! Since the whole game revolved around this retro arcade cabinet, I figured I could have the player somehow enter the game world. Kinda like Tron. That way, the pixelated assets wouldn't look too out of place. Now for the moment you've all been waiting for. The monster. I couldn't come up with a name for him, so I just called him Da Monster. Feel free to comment any name ideas. My basic concept for this guy was an evil, f***ed-up version of a teddy bear you might find at an arcade or at the store. You know, keeping in line with the whole try me theme. Also, I gave him butt cheeks. Because I could. With the monster done, I made pixelated sprites for the main character and the items that you fed to the machine.
That's cool.
I won't lie, I pretty much just traced over the existing assets to save time. In the game world,
you gotta do what you gotta do.
Become different characters. The cat would obviously be the cat, but your finger would become this finger guy, like from Spy Kids,
this was super
and the
cool.
dead rat would become this brat guy, who pretty much infiltrates.
I think this was like the coolest part actually of our entire little game. And he did this all himself, so it was super cool. Because I set up 3 different options that I explained it in mine, that you could like feed to the machine. So the fact that he made each one of these like a little route that changes what happens like when you're inside, like the ending wise, that's crazy. For 3 days, that's insane.
Whole story and lets you unlock the good ending. Now that all the pieces were in place, it was time to finish the game. For the last day, I put together the puzzles for the game world, which were pretty much just riddles with multiple choice answers. I'm not the best at puzzle ideas.
The puzzles were actually really creative. I don't want him to downplay that. The rat like exposition thing was kind of crazy. Like he was like, "I'm the game maker, bro." I forget what happened. It was like I don't mean crazy in a bad way. It was just like whoa, but the puzzles were, I thought, really clever.
This whole
they were
thing.
like again, like because it's a small experience, so you can't have them be like complex, but like they were very, very good in their simplicity, and you felt smart after completing them. So I don't want them to downplay that. They were really cool.
Where you see a giant version of the arcade cabinet, and it gives you a prize, which turns out to be the monster. However, if you brought in the Rat Man, he would hack the machine and allow you to get away.
That's cool.
It all ends with
That's
a chase
really
scene where
cool.
the monster tries to catch
And
you.
it makes sense too, because the rat is like its own little hidden thing. So you need to play the vending machines in the beginning of the night to get currency to find the hidden like vending machine I put in the vents, which allows you to avoid cutting off your finger or feeding it the cat. So There you go. There you go. Because obviously we didn't set up that the rat was like somehow like the developer or like whatever that happened, but it was just like, here's how you can avoid like harming yourself or others, right? So
before you escape, because it's not an RPG Maker horror game if there's not a chase at the end.
That's true.
The pathfinding in RPG Maker sucks, so I just had the monster no-clip through the entire map. I mean, this is his game. You might as well be able to cheat. With the endings done, I added in some royalty-free music and sound effects. Someone had already imported some songs, which made my job much easier. I also found this file that said, "This scream is so fried, don't use it."
I didn't know this. Wait.
So obviously, I used it for when the monster catches you. For the finish.
Let's go. Let's go. I did not know that. That's awesome. Oh, Julia's still here. Oh, that's her scream. That's her scream.
I've recorded some goofy laughs, added reverb and bit crush in GarageBand, then put them in the game to add some tension. And at that point, my time is up. Before I go, I'd like to thank Toasty for this opportunity. If it wasn't for Toasty Jam, I wouldn't have published my first game, Unnerved. It's
That's
another
so cool.
RPG Maker game where you play as a bunch of removed organs.
Oh! I remember this! This game was so cool from the Jam.
Robots. It's up on itch.io, but I'm working on expanding it into a full game. I'll probably post updates on my YouTube channel as I make progress. Feel free to check it out.
See, that's the really cool part about this whole like developer project thing, right? It's like we're all in our own little bubbles kind of cranking away at our own stuff. Like I would have never found like, unless like someone is like actively talking like in like a Discord you're in and you figure out about that, you would never see like all the cool stuff that like other people are up to.
Anyway, that's all from me.
Like that's the
It's
coolest
all
part to me.
Driftwood Gaming. You've got it from here.
What a cute little send off.
Hey everyone, I'm Crocodile. I'm an animator and a musician, RPG Maker dev. Toasty reached out to me to work on this game. I love the art. Combat is very interesting. Reminds me of Backshots Roulette. First thing I want to do is add more combat sprites, combat animations, because I noticed in the shooting skills, there aren't a lot of animations. So I'm going to try doing pixel animations.
I thought Gimpy did that. Wow.
Drawing, really, for the first time. I have a try.
Okay, now it makes sense. I was like, Gimpy went over his time for sure. That's so cool how they like emulated, because I know Amagiri also did like pixel edit, so they all kind of copied his style.
Sprite. That's the first
and
thing
it looks
I'm gonna do.
so
I
like
actually ended
seamless
up
when you play
buying a
it.
Sprite, but my process consisted of me taking a picture of my hand and then tracing over that in a sprite. But I like visually presenting the action that is being done, especially in combat.
That's so cool.
So I spent a lot of time animating skills like shoot, betray, reload, all of these things. And I had to make sure to also mimic the previous artist's
Look! That's so cool!
style. That's why I bought a sprite. They did a great job, so I wanted to respect that and make the game have a cohesive art style. So second thing I did...
It was so, like again, it was so cohesive. I'm like, there's no way Gimpy did all this in 3 days.
Enemies,
Surely.
different graphics for when they enter their second phases. Some enemies take more than just one bullet to die, so I wanted to display that and give some enemies some freaky, gory graphics. Also, I made a lot of new enemies. All of the maps were done, and I just wanted to fill in the blanks. Add an enemy in this closet, or add an enemy in the west wing or the right wing. So I made like 5 to 6 enemies. Like 6 to 7 enemies, something like that. But it was really fun.
You made the
Again,
CEO boss
mimic
too?
The original artist's art style, and shout out to them. I don't know who you are.
That's so crazy.
And the last thing
I
added
know,
was
that's
add this
so
little
cool.
Cute, well, it's not cute. This intro animation to the death game, just to add some more dramas to the whole vibe. I also drew this small painting of Mr. Grossman. I wish I drew their nails though. I didn't.
Again, I thought that was Gimpy. Like, look at that. Gimpy could totally hire him as like a second artist for Finest Fable, dude. Like, that's crazy.
I'm pretty bad at drawing hands in general, so I just didn't do any of that.
Like, look at all the cuts he'd already made too.
All I did was add more content inside these empty rooms with enemies. items. I added some items around the place, scattered some painkillers, glasses, and other loot. I gave enemies with multiple lives different graphics. I enhanced the intro cutscene, made some overworld sprites, and that was it. I didn't add any music, unfortunately, even though my name is Crocodile Music. Follow me on twitch.tv/Crocodile Music, link in the description. I'm working on a game called Stamina. It's taken me a really long time to make the game, but I do stream it there, so if you want to follow the development...
I'm gonna follow everybody here if I don't follow them
Toasty,
already,
let me know
like
if
on all
there's any
platforms.
other new game dev challenges you want me in. Please, I need a job, bro. Anyways, I believe I have to hand this game now to Samran Dev. Good luck, bro. I know you're gonna cook. And thank you again, Toasty. Appreciate it.
Okay.
Final round. Fight!
Hello, my name is Michael. I'm also known as Drifty on the internets. I'm a game designer, sound designer for Quorum. I'm working on a project called Call of Alindra right now. I received this project. It's called Try Me. It's mostly done. It's really polished and it looks really good. As I received it, I don't know how much I'm going to be able to add to it, but I did notice right off the bat when I heard the intro, you hear this guy talking. It's the boss of the arcade shop owner talking to one of the employees. It's really good. It's perfect. But then when you hear the audio for the character, when you compare them one after another, one's really loud, one's really quiet, so the user is going to be turning it up and turning it down in between listening to those audios. So something I could do really easily is bring up audio tracks and make them match the original opening line volume level.
Which is smart, we didn't do
I'm going
that.
to hold the shift button and I'm going to click on this one, it'll select them all. What we want to do is normalize all of them to the same volume level. I think -1 will work just fine. Hit that apply button and it'll raise the volume level on all of them. So that is the super duper easy part. Export each one of these overriding the original, and then we just play all of them at the same time. I'll also be changing a lot of the system sounds, like this really trebly, clicky sound I'm not a fan of.
The Curious Hero, Jimmy's Adventure, and the red one's called...
Oh wait, no, that wasn't... It's not centered anymore. Like, you start here... Wait, why'd they change that?
Changing a lot of the
It is what it is.
sounds, like this really trebly, clicky sound I'm not a fan of.
The Curious Hero, Jimmy's Adventure, and the red one's called...
That's like the only peep I have of like any change. It's like, just cause like I worked hard to remove the like the default RPG Maker like title and just have it zoom in on that. So I was like, nice. Like the one thing I'm really proud of, like the last thing I did, and that's like immediately the first thing that becomes undone.
Changing a lot of the system sounds, like this really trebly, clicky sound I'm not a fan of.
The Curious Hero, Jimmy's Adventure, and the red one's called...
Whoever added that, I love that. It's a nice sound effect. I raised the volume on it. Now we got that volume. Let's see if it's about the same.
Hey, Mitzi. I'm sure you're glad to be out of the storm, aren't you, girl?
That's much better. Yeah, it even matches the sound effect volume
I'm sure
level.
Zach won't mind if you take shelter here for the night.
Beautiful. All right, let's move on. Looking in the project, I can see the default Katakawa sounds, cursor, and decision, and we don't really want to use these. I didn't see equip in the menu.
Drifty,
so
I would
I'm
say
gonna
Drifty
make
did a really
some
good job on
stupid
like
sound
polishing
effects.
it
And
up.
to do that, I'm going to be using an AI tool called
Being
11
like
Labs. Not as
basically being like a person down. I'm super duper impressed. We were able to like kind of finish it all. Especially again with no communication.
sponsor. We're going to turn looping off. This is the prompt strength, and you can literally type anything that you want, and it'll
Wait.
generate sounds for that specific thing. So let's hear them.
Wait,
They're not all great.
is it like getting? No, those are credits. Wait, is this AI?
You type anything that you want, and it'll generate sounds for that specific thing. So let's hear them. They're not all great, but it does make them quickly. And what we can do is download these. And
Yeah.
take them into
Drifty.
Audacity. Some default volumes, and we can listen to the sound effects in action. It's a little better. It's less trebly. There seems to be a little layer issue where you can stand on the boxes here. Let's see if we can fix that. That is on arcade tile set E. We'll make this a star. That should fix it. Oh, better. I also noticed we were using default icons, so I made some really terrible ones, but at least they'll match. They don't look too bad in game.
That's fine. That looks good.
I've updated a few events to use the right numbers when it calls icons with the new icons I put in, and I also added a little feature that makes the music quieter when you enter the back room and louder when you enter the front room. When you deposited the money inside the safe, there was a bug where it takes all of your money and then gives you 10.25 back, regardless of how much you had prior to collecting it. But I fixed that.
That bug was actually still in there. I think when they played it, they had that exact same bug. So like when we were reacting to it, I think like Spicy Monkey was like, "Oh, I thought I fixed that," and like Chip is like, "Oh, I thought I fixed that." So it's like the bug that just like could not be squashed.
That bug, and now it should give you the amount you
But I think Moonwood is who set this up initially, if I'm correct. So really, we blame the original person, and not the people who couldn't squash it.
To collecting the money from the
Surely.
machines back when you deposit.
I didn't touch it.
Playing games in the
I'm not
arcade
guilty.
takes gold and it rewards tickets, but there was nothing you could do with those tickets, so I made a ticket exchange system that lets you exchange those tickets for currency. This is definitely not house always wins, because you want the player to be able to get $50 for something else in the story. I fixed a bug and changed the actor images back to the original one if they are able to escape. And finally, the last thing I did was make an original soundtrack called Five Nights at Toasty's, but I have to end this video now because Toasty's gonna take my kibble bowl away. Toasty, can I go home now?
Final round. Fight!
Okay, so I've tracked you down. You're the one that started this project that I had to work on. Admittedly, the game was okay.
Whoa! Ooh, look at the fucking walk. That's so sick. My team cooked.
I like that it's a platformer. That's pretty cool.
Okay, maybe calling it a platformer is a bit of a stretch. Oh.
You wouldn't have to know anything about that, Ricky. About that stair section.
But it's fine. It's fine. That's what I'm here to fix.
That's
Now, I
so
could
cool that they were able
reverse
to do like
engineer
a
things to figure out
in-person
what the hell
thing.
is going on, or I could write my own platforming plugin from scratch.
Thankfully, it's not that bad. All you have to do is modify the real X and real Y on game player.
No
and then you can do
way.
whatever you want. Added jumping.
Why can't I snooze the ads?
Oh,
We have
someone
ads in
made a
43.
side-scrolling sprite sheet without
So them out.
without a jumping sprite. You wouldn't have to know anything about this, Ricky, would you?
It's okay. I can draw.
I've learned that if you just try hard enough, if you just keep editing it little by little, eventually a sprite will look good.
It looks so fucking awful. Oh my god. No.
Second secret.
Listen, bro. Even SRD, even he has weaknesses. All right, you gotta learn to exploit them.
Just stretch it.
If you ever face him in combat, you gotta whip out pixel art. I guess. Don't never fight this man in coding. He'll whoop your ass.
Right. It just looks good. It
Right?
just
His
looks
plugins, they don't have memory leaks anymore. That was 8 years ago,
Made that
guys.
Switch fuck shit time. Day 2.
All the love to the battle system, but it's Russian roulette every single time. Every time. No matter if it's the final boss or the first enemy, it's the same strategy. You wouldn't have to know anything about this, Ricky, would you?
He actually wouldn't.
So what we do is add more ammo. Think about it.
Instead of just one bullet, let's say we have a pattern like this. Sure, at first everything has become a 50-50 shot, but once you've hit that first bullet, the next one will tell you the entire layout for the rest of the chamber. A simpler example would be a pattern like this, where once you know the first bullet, you'll then know the entire pattern from the start.
Each enemy has its own pattern, which means each battle's a little different and interesting. And then I got to do the battle UI. More sprite
Okay.
art. Yay!
I also
That's
programmed
so
better window
crazy.
layout and flow and all.
Day 3.
Yo, get these guys, just allow them to communicate and allow them just to make one game, dude. They'll be unstoppable.
Mechanics. You get like a thing to jump higher. There's like this kinky collar. Don't worry about it.
Like the amount of cohesion their team has, like accidentally, or not is accidentally the right word? Coincidentally? Like, by coincidence, they just happen to all mesh so well together. It would be insane if, like, surely, you gotta get the gang back together for, like, a Game Jam game and just win a big prize. Like, a big Game Jam game. They have to.
I just like Metroidvania stuff. You understand me, don't you, Ricky?
I don't play a lot of Metroidvanias.
Oh yeah, I voice acted every single character, and by that.
Wait,
Oh,
okay,
yeah.
I was wondering if like people in the halls were just were just staring at him.
Oh yeah, I voice acted every single character, and by that I mean I use my voice to make a sound effect for the talking sound for every character.
Wait, really?
I also did like a credit scene. You're in there, Riggy. I also did some other stuff. I forgot.
That's some
I'm
other
tired.
stuff. Change shoot ending to be funnier. Reduce items given by defeating NPCs. Animating machines that sell items. Okay, this was a huge one. Out of the jump ending, Toasty really liked that. But player access deny anytime I walk out of the building. That's cool. I caught this one when we were watching it. The renamed Regis Stancy. Fuck this up for me. It was inconsistent. Wow, one small mistake you made, SRD. I guess you're not that good, huh? And it made a game over screen image. That's so cool. These guys are insane.
Riggy, why do we do these things? You and I, we could escape. They got Black Thorn Prod. Did you see that? They got free. That could be us. We could take down Toasty. If we just work together, we could take this monster down who is exploiting us.
We're back again.
I hope they wash those jackets, man. Laying down in the con floor, you never know what almost said STDs, disease. You know what STDs on the floor. Just diseases.
That's it for this. I hope you guys like the game. It should be in the description. Okay, bye.
These guys think they're done being exploited. How cute. In order to ascend to the same level of game dev collabing as Black Thorn Prod, I need to exploit them even harder. So now that the two games are finished,
That's it.
Thorn Prod, I need to exploit them even.
I requested for my test to be removed. I still haven't heard back. I have never taken other courses and never given them
Harder.
stars.
So now that the two games are finished, which you can play on itch.io, by the way, there's links in the description, I brought all
I
the
recommend
members of
it.
each
It's
team
good use of
together
an
and had each
afternoon.
team react
Not even like
to
a full
the other
afternoon.
team's game. But we're not deciding a winner. That's up to all of you in the comments below.
Also, if you become a channel member or a Patreon supporter for $1 a month, you'll get access to the full unedited reactions to both of these games, as well as access to a large library of paying members only content.
I didn't say anything crazy, right? Surely I didn't say anything crazy when we were reacting.
Thank you so much to the current channel members, Patreon supporters, generously supporting this channel and enabling me
Let's
to do
go.
cool collaborations like this. Now, enjoy the edited reactions.
Remember, only the winners get fed.
Finish him!
I want to know who did it.
Oh, there's jumping! Oh my
That's
god! I'm trying to press down, but it's not crouching, it doesn't seem.
I guess that
Maybe you don't have the ability to crouch.
Right, might only be in certain
They
scenes.
probably teach you on the job.
Or
Each dev was hoping the next dev would implement it.
uh-oh. I think we're about to have a Cuphead tutorial moment.
Alright, well, what happens if I jump down?
Oh.
Well, shit.
Oh, that's an ending?
Oh no, he is gonna Hollywood ritual
to
us.
my office real quick.
No. Am I stuck forever now?
I know
Alright,
it's
bald
I know it's
eagle.
something
Oh,
crazy.
so he's American! Damn, there's
He's
some
a
thought
balding-
put into
he's
it.
a balding eagle.
Is that a ball sack? What is that?
It's the thumb from Spy Kids.
Oh my god, it's a death game!
Wow!
Oh
Whoa!
I wish they told me my mic was like breaking up in the recording.
What the hell?
Oh,
How
that's
did-
cool. This is cool.
How
I
did
like
they even do this much artwork? Oh my god! As the kids say these
Again,
days,
I thought I was like, oh, Gimby did all the art.
Hey.
No, everyone just so cool. I can't like say enough cool things about this game as well.
Oh wait, that's fire. Actually.
Oh, okay, so we can shoot ourselves, and it doesn't take our turn, so we can increase the chances that we shoot her.
Oh, wow! There's a lot of depth actually.
I know about mechanics. Figured it out instantly.
Oh, that's actually anxiety-inducing.
Oh,
Holy
yeah.
crap!
So this is a very fucked up concept.
This is, but wow, it's well executed.
Hold up. Is your leg clipping?
Yeah. I don't think it's I don't think it's playable, to be honest. Star shitter. Oh my god! What?
Oh,
it is Hollywood.
Oh my god! I told you guys you would warn it.
Now the crouch mechanic.
You got it.
There's a little gameplay inconsistency thing here, or like
We were called Reed at first, and now we're called Stacy.
Oh, you're right.
Fancy, yeah.
Well, now what do we do?
Yeah, you're only gonna see like a keen eye when I'm playing something. Small gameplay consistent. Oh.
I feel like people are gonna take this guy's artwork as a caricature.
Do not
put that in the video.
I'm just saying. I know my audience, and it might. We'll see. We'll see.
Every day, people die of tuberculosis.
I think they did a great job.
They did a
really good job. Impressive for the amount of time and the lack of communication. I was really cool. It was a nice little project.
It was a great game.
Oh my god. Feels down like.
Oh dang. Oh, she talks.
There's voice acting.
Holy.
Yes.
Oh.
That's the ODW reaction right there.
God. All right.
This is sick. How'd they do this?
I have no idea. Is this just pictures, maybe? All right, collect the winnings.
Yeah, collect.
Oh, we are loaded.
Oh shit.
We can just gamble with the company's earnings. All right, hold on, and then we take the money out. Yes, it does. We can just take it back in.
Oh my god.
Holy crap, she's absolutely terrified of the knife.
That knife is the size of her, of course.
Yep, he's out at 10.
Oh,
that's pretty cool having walk cycles. What? Okay, that was a long.
I thought it was gonna not have any more cars. I was
Me
like, this
too.
is brilliant horror. The games get fucked up as you play them.
How long? When does the arcade pull the fire alarm? It'll close quicker. Oh, actually, mechanic.
Oh.
Yeah. Oh, cool.
I gotta say, I put up the little bubbles for interactables as well.
Oh, actually, mechanic.
Oh.
Yeah. Oh, cool.
That way you know.
Holy.
Okay, but.
Oh.
Yeah, apparently so. We were just doing it correctly. We needed to wait.
Yeah, that was not quite clear.
Yeah.
These all look like pretty authentic arcade machines. Both of your guys' games, in your guys' game, you're trying to get a job. In this game, you have a job. They're both employment simulators.
Oh my god.
Oh my
It's
god.
Bonnie.
Oh, that's
it's got the cool flashlight.
Is there pooping sound effects?
I was gonna say, what happens? Oh my god.
Yeah!
Okay,
nah, we're not washing
Oh
our
yeah.
hands.
No.
Nah.
Wait, is it right next to the pooping? Is it-
What the?
I'm bleeding?
What? Clean the bathroom.
What the fuck?
Well, okay, asshole.
I wanted the tasks to get like progressively worse, so I really did expect people to change them.
Hands.
So they're all super
And the fucking
basic.
arcade machines
I'm really
crawl
proud of the
around.
events though.
Okay, we're gonna be here for a while.
The events were
we gotta
cool.
get the $50 to get the rat. What a strange line of
First
dialogue.
the toilet, now this.
Yeah, like the toilet and the dead rat are the weirdest things that are happening right now.
You're only gonna
No,
see that
so-
when I'm running the dialogue. You're only gonna see that level of genius hit the page.
He wanted the dead rat.
She's thinking of
Or
using the
maybe
cat.
Oh, so if we didn't have the rat, would we have self-harmed?
Or we would have
I
done
think
it to
so.
the
Or
cat.
the cat.
Well,
No, we
let's go
would've
try it
fed
with
the
the cat.
You
Hold
should
on.
save here. Save here before you
Save
now. Oh my
I'm
god.
saving.
I'm
I'm
so
saving. I'm
scared.
saving.
Let's see
Okay.
what happens.
There may.
Oh, okay. It's not on the cat. It's your own finger. Okay, so if you don't want to gamble, you can cut off your own finger.
Oh,
It's okay,
no.
Mitzi.
Oh my god! Oh my god! What do we want?
Oh
No, we
my
can
God.
feed the cat to the machine. Holy crap! All right, let's go with. Let's try human finger first.
Eats it.
Ooh, I don't like that. Something is coming from the vents.
I can't believe we're all facing
Where the hell are we? Oh my god! Fuck! That scared the shit out of me. Let's play Wheelie Wheels to calm down. Hold on. Kid named Finger?
Oh.
Is that the finger we cut off?
That's so cool stuff.
So we could have a dead rat friend, a cat
Yeah,
friend,
hold on.
or a
Let's
finger.
see actually.
That's
If
what I'm
we feed something else, do we get a different guy? It is Mitzi. Oh, that's cool. I love that.
Whoa. Mickey
Holy
Mouse.
mouse, holy
Do
shit.
you have an outfit?
This is cool. So you get lore if you do the more difficult thing and make the money and get the dead rat, and for the other ones you don't get lore, but it still changes. I like that level of detail. That's
Monster
cool.
at some
Kid
point,
Finger,
right?
we
You have
need you.
time to play Wheelie Wheels.
Please.
Yeah. I don't know if it's the monster or RPG Maker letting you do it.
So yeah, we gotta get
RPG
that.
Maker will
Don't
never
worry
let the
about me.
monster actually get you.
Okay, and by the way, now the music is peak. Now this music is really good and fitting. Wow.
Yeah.
Oh shit!
It's like
oh
my
god!
Go, 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 go. Don't pick.
He's not doing anything. He's just touching us.
No.
Well, shit. This may have needed more balancing. It's okay. We can do it. I'm also bad at games.
Can you
That's
sprint?
possible.
You already
I am
sprinting, right?
auto sprinting already. Oh, I did juke him out a little. I
Oh,
paused for a
so
second.
good.
Oh,
You're so good. Oh,
that's really hard. Wow.
Ratman, I hope you're in a
No.
better place now. I'll never forget you.
No, Ratman. No.
It's pretty good. I like the idea. Especially when you go into the different world and everything is pixelated. That was the best part.
That was a cool.
It was. That was fun. That was really cool.
I wish there was more in the arcade machine. I feel like I was kind of getting excited, like, oh man, there's like the whole world gonna open up now. Like this is where the game begins in the arcade.
But this is cool. I mean, there's just like it's a great foundation, and I have so many ideas flowing now for where they could, else they could do with this.
Yeah, I like how it's like the idea's good. I think we did awesome. We did get all things considered. All right, what do the comments say? I would refresh it. All right, Toasty. Let's see if let's see how the channel's doing. All right, 558 4 hours ago. Not bad. What should they? I just wanted to collab. Okay, we were allowed to comment earlier. These look amazing. Not too big on the AI usage at the end there, but other than that, both games turned out great. Gotta say though, Corfin streaming one for real. True. The objectively correct answer. This is biased. Biased. I can't think of a funny joke to reply right now. I gotta think about that. Awesome video. Both games are awesome, and the game mechanics of both. If I had to choose a favorite, it'd be Try Me. Hey! Alright, 1-1. That's good. That's good. We'll take that. You guys are amazing. So many great feats made in a short time. You're like the Avengers of RPG Maker. Great job. While I wasn't the focus of the vid, I've seen many great feats from MC. I guess they upgraded to MV sooner or later. True. Which just says hi. Pretty cool video. I love Spicy Monkey. This should be an Olympic sport by 2028. Very cool. Nice. Imagine it in a Donald Trump voice. Alright, 1-1 in the games, according to the comments. Okay, we'll take that. But there you go. There's the real Tron reacts to Toasty time. Well, it was gonna be one of these days. I think I added a good amount of input. You know, we paused, elaborated on stuff. Really cool. I'm glad I got to watch it on stream with you guys. Really, really fun. And now we get back to the real game. And we get back to the map making. I might cut up that bit and just like put it as like a YouTube video. But yeah, super duper cool. I'm so glad that video is finally out. I like Toasty said, it was like 10 months in the making. So it being done is huge. Okay, I want to get like a base mountain here as well. So let me grab... Okay, I thought it crashed on me for a second. This... What I'm kind of basing it off of. I'll ignore all the extra stuff. I just want to get the foundation done first. Now we go change these to like these types of tiles to make them match, but for now, it's fine. Let me finish this first. What am I doing? I don't necessarily know if I want them to be able to go over here. I don't think so, actually. Where are we getting those? Because it's overlaying? Now that's green water. I wonder if I can, Ooh. That didn't feel good. Not like where it wants to fall down, or like. Where are they? There they are. They look better too, so it works out. Okay, so this is just darker parts of the water, or what? Yes, so then... Oh, this looks awful. I'm gonna check these shells again. That would be... Yeah, I should probably edit these tiles. Okay. This should help. I have an idea of how I want it to go. But it's gonna be break time before then, so BRB gamers. We're back. We're back. It's over here. I took longer than I wanted, but we won't be going for too much longer anyways. Definitely getting somewhere, I think. We're getting there. I miss mapping, man. I really did. Look at that! Look at that. That's nice. Okay. Oh no, man, I totally forgot. Oh my gosh. I was like, I gotta check my YouTube chat. Oh my god, I keep forgetting. Moonwood showed up in my stream on YouTube. No, I keep forgetting Moonwood. I'm so sorry. I don't know when this was. I was like, wait, I need to check. Oh no, Tron, I totally missed you live reaction to the video, but I just rewatched it after the stream. So this is where we misbehaved. Whoa, why was I full screen there for a sec? Wait, was that recent? Oh my gosh. That's alright. I missed. I gotta reply to my Discord. Your YouTube messages. I keep forgetting I'm multi-streaming in OBS only with the Twitch one. I need to get used to having the restream pop out being my main chat. Well, oh, okay, you're good. Okay, I'm good. Woo! What's up, man? What's up? Yeah, missed the live reaction. Yeah, finally. I know. My bad, man. My bad. How goes it, Moonwood? How goes it? Yeah, the video is turned out so good. It was so cool seeing what everybody did and how like it all came across. The main thing that like shocked me was I thought Gimpy did all the art because I'm familiar with him. I'd say we're buddies. We're buddies. So seeing that just everyone just copied his art style like to a T was so like, it blew my mind. It was so cool. But yeah, I'll have to like clip the live reaction part I did. I added some good commentary and stuff. So. Yeah, dude, I totally forget as well. I was like, oh, man, I just realized I gotta check my YouTube chat. I've been out of streaming for a while. I'm trying to get back into it, but my work schedule has been like fluctuating so much. I'm trying to like pin it down to be consistent so I can do this. It was amazing, yeah, it was really cool. So I finished that, really cool watching the video with everyone, and then just mapping. This is like the most recent tile set I kind of like stitched together. There's some custom assets, there's a mix match between other tile sets. The main thing is like making it look consistent, because there's no like good RPG Maker winner tiles really, unless you use like Winlu, but that doesn't fit the style of my game. So this was like a previous map I made. I want to change the clips a little bit to make it less straight. You can clearly tell I started there and added onto it. But this other one, like they're a lot more curvy, like more natural. And obviously you can tell with the slider, it's going to be a huge map. So, but it's starting to be good. I'll have like a lighthouse here. And filling out the roads and stuff. It'll be cool. Honestly, once I get like this little base camp down, should be relatively simple. Because the main like thing is just staying on the road or you're gonna take like cold damage. So I'll have like little secrets and stuff, but I don't need to fill out the edges too much. It'll be like a corrupted kind of like frozen wasteland as well, so all the nice stuff will be here. Think it's looking great? I appreciate that, dude. I appreciate it. We're getting there. I have like a little lighthouse sample map somewhere here. I was gonna copy like the house with like this one to kinda test it and see how that would look. If I were to like plop it down there. With some tweaks, obviously, but not bad. Honestly, if I just copy the house, that might not be a bad idea. Let me clear this first, and then I can go under and adjust it, I think. Maybe you can have like the water line like this instead. Something like that. Okay, the steps change. Actually, let me grab this one. Gonna vibe with this. I'll put the, hang on. Oh, they're right there. Okay, so if I were to, well, I know where they are at least. So I can do this. It'll be fine. Issue is, why are they? Would I need to do that? Okay, that would work. That would work actually. Oh, I see. Okay, so it does need to be like that first. And then we can play around with it. Maybe, I think. So if I were to do that, that would work, okay. I don't know if this is the most efficient way, but I mean, it would work. Let me take a little picture of it so I remember. Wait, why is it like not letting me? Oh, hang on. That might be why. I think it's actually turning out to be so clean. Oh yeah, do you know about the auto tile trick? We go down shift and didn't draw the... Yeah, that's how I did these. That's how I did these. Because otherwise, like, if I just do this, they'll mess up. That's why I was... Yeah, I had to do... Boom. And then I can... do it properly, you know? Assuming that's what you mean? Otherwise, like, I wouldn't have been able to do these as well, you know? Because it would... If I put, like, this tile back on, like, here, that'll pop out, so... Dude, I know, that took so... I hope that's in like the MZ tutorial now, because they have like a little tutorial and you pop it up. That has to be, surely. Because I feel like 99% of people find out because they'll be streaming RPG Maker or something, and then someone will say exactly what you just did, and like their mind is blown. It's like, what? Although, with MZ, I don't know if that's as much of a problem. Actually, because of the layering system it uses anyway with the tiles. So I wonder, actually, that's a good little thought. Oh yeah, this is shaping up to be real nice. I'm liking this so far. I think it was actually these. Oh, whoops. That's looking good. Right then, good to see you, buddy. How goes it? Acceptable? Understandable. Listen, man. Good news. Tomorrow is Friday, so you just about made it to the weekend. And you can dissociate for 2 days and then continue on. This is actually starting to really come together, I think. I'm not the best mapper, but okay. Even better. Even better. It didn't crash. Oh my gosh. Thank you. My RPG Maker hasn't been crashing since I did the 4 GB patch. Life saver, bro. I had to respond to Toasty really quickly. I think that's looking fantastic. Thanks, bro. Some of my best ones. I've gotten a lot better. I want for my next game, I want to do parallax mapping, but it's like, it's too much to learn now. Because I'd have to do so much. Game is already humongous. Like the wasteland areas. The deserts were hard because they're kind of like nothingness, but I think you just gotta say screw it and just put nice things, you know? To make them interesting. I can have bits and pieces. Yeah, exactly. A good dev buddy of mine, Wind Rider game. Their parallax maps are so good, but I'm like, the reason I won't do it, for this game at least, is because like, once you make one look like that, you're gonna have someone be like, okay, so why don't all the maps look like this? And that's a good point, you know, you gotta have the visual consistency, so I'm learning, you know, all you can in the editor and everything first, and getting better slowly but surely. I'm deciding right now if I want you to be, oh gosh. Oh, you know what I'll do? Yeah, I'll do this. So that was an issue with it. Once you say the thin, you have to stick the thin. Yep, exactly. You know exactly what I mean. There we go. Now they can check out the upper part here. Oh, ads. Oh, Twitch. The other thing, I'll wait till ads are over. That one seems to fit the end the most. Is that a little heart on the cup? That's so cute. That looks like it. Alright, ads are over. I was gonna say, right there in the middle, you guys might like this. I'm working on 2 other things at the same time that I'm working on these winter maps. Okay, he's kind of bushes. That's not good. Still need Moogle to help me with the second part, but it's always not with YouTube and Twitch open. One starts playing ads, I just read the one and watch the other. That's genius. I'm working on the relationship system, like finalizing it for 1.0. So I'll need to move this over, and I'm thinking about if I should just move this and make his bigger here, because he doesn't. Max is like the main character, right? So he doesn't have the relationship meter that other people will have, because you are him. So I'll decide that later. For now, I just have like party leader here as a temporary placement. But this is the new, instead of hearts, you can I've made it kind of like more like Baldur's Gate 3, and you can see where their heart is, and it'll go up and down based on your choices, obviously. And then I made each of these lines thresholds, where you'll get a new ability for each. So if I increase it,
can't beat what you can't kill.
I'll have like different voice lines for it as well. Thanks, dude. And then you'll get a new passive. To change the heart to a wiener? No, no, you're not trying to fuck him.
Can't beat what you can't kill.
So I kind of like placeholder. I need to define the like passives you'll get, but the main thing that I think is cool is even when your relationship decreases, just want to make the game the best it can be. Fair, man. I understand. Is even when it decreases, you'll still get like a bonus out of it. It'll just be like, it'll come with a negative and a positive, but sometimes that positive for your playstyle might really outweigh it, so you may want to nuke the relationship. So obviously we went down 2 tiers because it goes by 25. I have like a whole spreadsheet going over like optimal points for how many ever events there are in the game. So we'll go back up. I'll need to disable it. Like once you get it once, you won't get it again, but it's set to go after like every threshold.
Can't beat what you
So now he's back to neutral. And then if we increase it, wait, that's not meant to happen. That's never happened before. What happens by?
That was simple enough.
That's there. That's what's meant to happen. Okay, well. And then I may move him back over here and this over here. That's how I had it before. But I'm like, if he's not in the center, it's weird. I'm fine with there not being something over here, I think. I don't know. I'm not a UI designer.
That was simple enough.
Yeah, and like, this is close to what I have in mind. And it may be good enough. So, like, the basics might be good enough. The main thing I struggle is like, you know, because I'm charging for this, you know, I gotta make sure like each little menu lives up to the standard. So when it's something I'm kind of new and experimenting with, be a little odd. So yeah, there you go.
That was simple enough.
And we can't go any further because, and oh, hang on. Yeah, so we can't go any further. We got to here because the last section is locked until you complete their character quest. So you can't get, like, all the way over.
That was simple enough. Can't beat what you can't kill.
Okay, so that's one thing. And then the other thing is party dialogue when you're like exploring. So if I go over here, I'll need to change the size of it and everything. But so like when you're like exploring, the way I have it set up is like when you enter a map, there'll be like a chance that this will go off, and I can set the chance of it, and it won't repeat. It'll use the proper voice lines for the audio. So if you have it off, you won't hear anything, obviously. And then it'll stop once you get to like a cutscene. But that's it. So that was really cool.
Sorry to hear things with gluttony turned out so rough.
Not now, agreed. But yeah, those were the two. Oh, and then I think I showed you right thing, but okay. I also got the corrupted monsters working as well. So that's really sick. I think they're at a low % chance right now though.
I think I can handle you. I think I can handle you.
There we go. So now one showed up. So now when I click on the corrupted switch, they'll have a chance to be like certain monsters will have a chance. Oh, they're both corrupted. Will have a chance to be corrupted. Yeah, no, it's I don't limit it to one I don't limit it to one a fight. It's just a chance that when you encounter a monster that can be corrupted, that they will be, and I can set the chance to whatever I want. So I set the pair. All I do is I set the spawn chance. So it's 50 right now because I'm testing it. The original enemy ID and the corrupted enemy ID. And they also made sure like the analyze thing works on both. Oh, okay. What were the special monsters in yours? Like obviously you can't see their stuff. But let's say like one wasn't corrupted, right? And then we analyzed it. Or use like reveal weakness or whatever. It works on both, and if one was not corrupted, it would still work on the other, because they are the same enemy, it's just obviously one's corrupted. And then I'm gonna make it to where if it's corrupted, it will always be weak to light damage as well. Like, and even if it wasn't like weak to light damage before, it will be if it becomes corrupted. And I do need to change the what's it called? Timing of like the hits and stuff. But yeah, that's what I've been cooking lately. So 1.0 should be real nice when we get there. Oh, okay. That's really cool. You have like some like the most like, I don't know how to, underappreciated mechanics. Maybe that's the word I'm looking for. Where there's just parts of like Amrons that just have like so much polish of like a small part of the game. And, like when you see like, oh, that's so cool. Like your little town system, like how they have like schedules and stuff. And I'll never do that because fuck that. But I mean, you did it, and it's that all adds up, man. It really does. I may actually have to end stream a bit earlier than... Yeah, we'll end stream in 10 minutes. We'll be going on for 3 hours. That's typically how long we do it. But I got, I had so much dental work done today, and I'm wearing 2 new rubber bands, and I got my braces tightened. Which, by the way, braces for only 1 more year. So I'll get them off when I'm 25. Which is dope. It's just, talking hurts, because they're so used to it. Yeah, dude, it absolutely is. Luckily, the worst thing too is like my insurance changed, and obviously, like I said, I'll be 25 next year, so I'll be off of like insurance. But the insurance changed, and I have to pay out of pocket for like all these dental cleanings and like all the I already pay out of pocket for the orthodontist stuff, obviously. But now having to pay like fully out of pocket for like a cleaning. Yeah, I feel older now too. I actually started I was in the RPG Maker space when I was like 16, 17-ish. So I feel so old now that I turned 24 in April. But I mean, Toasty's even younger than me. He's like 2 or 3 years younger than me. But, you know, it makes me happy when people are like, oh, you're so young. Like, oh, yes. Still young. We take that. Yeah, I met Toasty when he was 13, I think. No. Maybe when he was 14. I mean, you guys can't be that much older. You still look really young, Winwood. I would say, like, you know, early 30s. Right thing's like 600 years old, so. And that's what happens. When you have a kid, it's just... You shoot right up. Oh, yeah, that's really cool right thing. Try 6? You really have 6 kids? 35. Yeah, you're good, man. Truly. That's crazy, dude. Who's your favorite? I'm kidding. I always... Oh, my camera died. You do have a favorite? I knew it. See, I always thought, like, if I had 1 kid, 1 to 3 kids, I wouldn't have a favorite. But, oh gosh. Your favorite rotates? That's smart. Be like, whoever gets me the best Father's Day or Christmas gift, that's my favorite. What's up, part-time? How goes it, guys? What's up? Just trying to... My camera died right before you joined. I think you crashed it a little too hard. Yep, you got me. Hey, Valen, how goes it, guys? We just finished, we wrapped up, reacting to Toasty's new video that Moonwood and I were a part of, who's in chat. Really, really cool. Highly recommend checking it out. Let me post the link. Had a big collaboration with a bunch of RPG Maker YouTubers, creators. It was awesome. We had 3 days to like work on a game before sending to the next person with no communication. You may have Toasty made another video like that in the past, but I think we had 1 more day, and this time it was 10 people that were split into 2 teams. So nice, yeah. Lul was part of it. Pad's game, which is having a Kickstarter right now. So let me check on that actually. How's it doing? Hey, he passed 4K. We're getting there. 84 backers. He's on track. That's my man. Let's go. Okay, let's see if this fixes the camera. It just turned up. Did we get? Oh, we're good. Cinema. All right, awesome. Cool, cool. Yeah, the Toasty video was awesome. So yeah, now, after that, just mapping out Act 3 finally. Yeah, hopefully it gets full funding. I hope so too. He worked so hard on it. If anyone deserves it, it's Pad, for sure. Or Meta Relic. So used to it. But yeah, his like official game studio name he made for it. Mana Relic. Mana Relic deserves it. Absolutely. I'll be backing tomorrow. Straight on calls phone, but it turns out my fiance's not feeling 100%, so I'm gonna go chill with her. Part-time, you always raid me, and then go leave to spend time with your wife. I'm starting to think you don't like me as much. Have a good one, man. Thanks for raiding. I really appreciate it, dude. And as you can see, like, won't be too much longer working on these Act 3 maps, man. Well, I like you. I just love her more. Here's thinking I had a chance. You think you know a guy. Have a good one, man. I appreciate it. His wiener meter is maxed out for her. What a sentence you you typed out right then. A true poet. No wonder you have 6 kids. No wonder you have 6 kids. You're welcome. Thank you, dude. I appreciate it. Summer. Oh my gosh. Wait, when did you have your first one? Like, how old were you when you had your first kid? Oh, like, if you don't mind me asking. 5? No, I mean, oh, okay, so you had your first kid when you were 24. Okay, that's not too crazy. No one my age. I'm religious, but I'm not like active in church. So if I was, then they would. But no one my age is having kids yet. But my friends that are a little bit older, that are like in their 30s now, they're having kids. So it's like, whoa. So it's like you see that next step and you're like, that's kind of crazy. What's coming up? But now people our my age are getting married now, though. Going to first ever friend's wedding in September. So that'll be really cool. I'll have to share pictures. What religion did you grow up in, if you don't mind me asking? Oh, I grew up Christian. I mean, you can kind of look at me and tell, you know? What does you had to guess. The white boy from Florida, what religion would he be? You know? I only know 2 people have kids, and I'm in my late 30s. Ooh, gotta do the clock queen, Valen. Catholic Baptist. I'm kind of like general. There's a million. I have like family in both. I'm just like, I don't know. Whatever camp Jesus is in, you know, that's my goat. So yeah, I'm not like deeply religious, if that makes sense. I don't mind talking about it. But I still like believe, you know, and everything. And I don't try to push it on other people. I just, you know, everyone can believe what they want to believe, and I can believe what I think. And we'll all be chill. I get that. I'm not religious anymore either. Oh, I am religious. I still am. It was just growing up, my family was very religious. My family, it depends. Like, there's like a spectrum of it. Like my sister's super religious. Some people, actually, is anyone in my family not? I think my whole family might be religious. I might be like the least religious out of all of us, but like, you know, I still pray and stuff. I just don't like I don't have like the exact same beliefs, and I don't go to church. But that's like, well, like I'll go to church with like someone's like getting baptized or something. Like my sister, when she got baptized, I went for her. But yeah, absolutely a Florida man. Born and raised. I will say the one thing that sucks about Florida is everyone is moving here. So LDS vibes? What's LDS vibes? Like Mormon? Oh, no, I don't think Latter-day Saint. I think my family's Methodist. I think. Well, because there's like Methodist churches around us. But my sister did get baptized. I don't know. It might be mixed. There's like beef between. I remember I have like this vivid memory from like probably like 8 years ago when I went to watch my cousin got baptized, and then my grandfather, he's like, "You see those like holes in the roof?" And I looked up and was like, "Huh?" He's like, "Yeah. This is because it's like this is because it's a Baptist church or whatever." Like he was like dissing them, something like that. So yeah, I think it's split. The one thing though is I can get along with anybody if they have Our Dying World wishlisted on Steam. Now those are true believers. Who have faith despite the odds. Imagine dissing a church for having a holier roof. You'd think they want that. You know what? That's true. That's true, SRD. Or maybe it was like 4D chess. And he was like, if I like agreed, I was like, yeah, this place sucks. He's like, son, that's not what I meant. What's up, dude? Good to see you. Really cool devlog. I thought it was hilarious. You act like it was so cool that you got to meet up with Riggy at that event. So cool. If you guys want to see my reaction to it, obviously the YouTube VOD will have it. And the Twitch one too, but it'll be permanently there on YouTube. And I might clip it and just put it on my YouTube channel. I gave some insight onto our team, kind of, and like what I did, my thought process, and glazing you guys for sure. It was the last second. I was dodging Giselle the whole comics. I was so nervous to meet. That's cute. Too nervous to meet Riggy, but brave enough to lay down on that convention floor. Truly an anomaly of a man. I was laughing during the devlog. I was laughing during the devlog though because you kept going like right, Riggy, and like you were, because he was first, because we got to see the timeline of things. You were saying stuff that like he had no idea what you meant. Like at first, like it was like his ideas. I don't know if you've like watched the full thing, but it was so funny. Like you were mentioning like the platforming thing. Like at first you had him like get it right, so, like he did something, and then later he's like, that part was so good. It was so good. While we record, they were like, "Anthony, what are you talking about?" Yeah. I really hope. I think Toasty for sure is gonna do another one. It'll probably be more streamlined too. We learned a lot from this one, and should be good if we ever do something like that again. I was saying, the main thing I was saying though during watching the devlog for the first time, because I watched like bits and pieces to like make sure it was good because they asked us to review it. Like watching you guys, like your team, just had like an insane accident. Like I was saying, I don't know if accidental is the right word, but like an insane like synergy, because by coincidence, like because I thought like really insane chemistry. Like the fact that like everyone kind of like copied Gimpy's art style kind of perfectly, like we all thought but the fact that like that you guys were all able to emulate it, because when I won't lie, in the back of my head I was like, okay, this art is insane and Gimpy is taking a little bit with his devlog. I wondered, did this motherfucker spend like 2 weeks on the game and say he did 3 days? Like, this is a lot of art for one guy to do. And to find out that like it was spread between you guys, I was like, my mind was blown. It was so good. It's so good. I also like the end of the video when Toasty is like putting the thoughts and stuff. Like he had to point out like errors in the game, like for you guys where there was like a crash or something, to kind of like make the games look more even. I think they're both really cool, but I like, if I had a bet, well, he did that because at the end, like we were the it's been a while since I watched the full video. Yeah, it was all error and compilation stuff. He had to do that because the final thoughts were, it was all of us saying like, wow, your game was so good. And then when you guys were reviewing it, the only stuff that came across in the video is like, the idea was good. So like, you know what I mean? Yeah, that is true. That's true. Like we had I even said like jokingly blame Moonwood in it. There was a bug that persisted through like every single person, and both Spicy Monkey and Drifty were like, they said, they're like, oh, I fixed this bug. That bug was still there at the very end with like the cache or whatever. So you know, it was so much fun. I'm so glad the video is finally out and we can share it. But you know who didn't touch it? Hey, I'm not to blame. when I first passed off, I was like, it was perfect. I don't know what you're talking about. Okay. So, alright, we can blame Spicy and Drifty. Drifty said he fixed it last, okay? So we can blame Drifty. Yeah, I've never made a bug in my life. True. True. Same, to be honest. Drifty asked the AI if it was fixed. It said yes, therefore fixed. Yeah, I saw that and I was like, uh-oh. I'm not like a big like anti-AI guy, but I know that's gonna be like definitely like the most controversial part of the video for sure. I can't remember if Toasty like even specifically said it was like don't use AI for this. If Drifty didn't see it or what, but nah, Toasty didn't. I did with the first one, but I should have reiterated. Oh, you said like don't use it? I mean, it makes sense, because it's like, that's true, that's true. I mean, it's like sound effect stuff. It would be crazy if he was like, would it be crazy, like, it's Drifty's team, like, wait, I don't mean a Drifty team, it's Drifty's turn, and he's like, so I just had AI do everything, not saying like he would, but it would just be like, it'd be funny. New climb idea. One person used AI to develop, the next person has to fix what the AI broke. That would be cool. Eventually though, what's scary is like the AI is gonna break less and less. Unless like it's like first prompt only. That actually could be a cool video. My personal thoughts on AI is like I don't like it with music or art because I think there's like soul in that, but I don't also like I hate when people like solely rely on it, but I don't have a problem like with people like asking for help like for code and stuff when you're trying to learn. No, I'm not saying you should use it. I don't know where you're going with this. Code and writing has no soul. No, writing absolutely has soul, and code has soul. But I'm like, there's more to it. SOD when you have no soul when you code. That's not what I'm saying! I'm just saying, like, if you're trying to learn to code, and you're like, oh, what's, like, the syntax or whatever? And you're like, oh, crap. I think if you ask AI to help you with that, like, as long as, like, you're trying to put an effort and learn, like, it would, because I feel code is like math, right? So, if you're trying to solve, like, a math equation, right? And as long as you aren't, like, taking everything for, like, granted, if you're just using it in the learning process, I don't have, like, an issue with, like, developers doing that. I just have an issue when they, like, we could do that with AI art, too. Tell me this basic scene, then go back over with your own style. I think, like, yeah. Well, if it depends on, like, if you're tracing, right? I think if you're tracing, that's a bit different. But if you were, like, for art, what I would say is, like, if you're trying to, like, draw something on your own, and you're like, give me, like, 50 ideas, and it, like, gives you, like, 50 ideas, and you're like, huh, I kind of like, yeah, I'll draw a skeleton, that sounds cool. If, like, it says, like, what about a spooky skeleton? And you like go crazy and add on your old stuff and like you draw it all yourself. Yeah, even though like the idea may have like first helped come to you, that way. I wouldn't call that like tainted, but I'm just saying, like, I think there's like a line where you can use it to help yourself learn, but I just don't like when people use it to like replace their own work, is what I'm trying to say. I don't think that's an L take, especially because like everybody uses it nowadays for better and worse. I mean, like fucking, you know, Steam just made the Steam Deck like $200 more because all these AI companies. So there's definitely a lot of bad, but I think there can be good in it. I just don't have a big, like, what's the word? Like, I try not to have negative attitude about things. I try to see the good in it. So that's just kind of where my head's at. If that makes sense. But yeah, if you had to ask me, would you rather like use AI or not use AI? I would be like, well, obviously I'd rather not. And if you'd rather play a game without AI or with AI, I would say without. But, you know, I look at it like, okay, well, my favorite game of last year was Expedition 33, and they used AI as like, that was like a big controversy. As like one random, like, they like fake newspaper clippings as like one texture that they replaced because it was like a placeholder. I'm not gonna like discredit all the art and love that went into it because of that. That's just the way I look at it. But no, yeah, I know. SRD is definitely not soulless. Listen, bro, you can watch the you can watch the my reaction to the video. Sorry, I just made myself laugh because I was just thinking, like, what if it goes back and like the whole time I was like, yeah, you could have just asked AI to make that plugin for you, bro. That would have been crazy. I mean, obviously I don't believe that. Man, who would have known? We crossed religion, we crossed AI topic wise, we crossed let's keep going over all the controversial topics. Just such a good speaker, I can just navigate it all flawlessly. I feel like we derailed it. No, you're good, dude. You're perfectly good. I mean, look, we're talking about what was in the video, right? Look, and that, like, you know, whether we like it or not, you know, AI was part of it. So we can either, you know, have a good adult, non-blaming, confrontational conversation about it, or we can just pretend it doesn't exist. And we don't have to do that. We're all cool. I respect you guys. I'm sure, yeah, we hope it goes both ways. Next hot conversation, yeah. Next we'll go into politics. Should Toasty get an abortion? Ooh. You know what? That depends. Like, is his figure, like, after he delivers, like, is his figure gonna be good enough for YouTube? Because, you know, like, a big part of his channel is, like, he's... I've ordered every game I've made so far. Really? You don't have like one finished game XRD? Don't worry, bro. Listen. I'll make sure we won't have any AI. We'll just chain you to a basement, and we'll just give you prompts for the next big game I work on. Don't worry. I was saying, like, you guys that worked on corporate trimming should like all like get together for like a bigger project. Like the cohesion in that team is so good. As long as they got shelter, I'm good. All right. we like to hear. I have so many. I have like so many small plugins from like people like Neo Soul Gamer and Nowis that have like helped out. Just like all over. Like this one's just called Nowis. But that's kind of, yeah, that is kind of like the tricky part of it, but also like the beauty. Like, it is nice to not have to worry about, like, every little part. A big thing for me is whenever I get, like, maps commissioned and I don't have to make them, I'm like, oh, nice. Plug and play. And then I look at my bank account and I cry. So. Had I known this video would take so long to come out, I definitely would have tried to make a full version for the game on Steam. That would have been sick. It would have I think you definitely could have had like a niche like Danganronpa little fan base. It's like it's quirky enough like that. You could definitely do it. Like I could definitely see. I think for Try Me too. They both had like such good ideas behind them, I think. I was actually thinking recently of like what I want the next little project I work on to be after I finish this, because I've been working on this game since I was 17. Speaking of age, actually, it's gone through so many different versions. But it'll finally be done this year. Hopefully, should be. I was thinking of making a sort of like, after playing Hades and Hades 2, which I will 100% Hades 2 at some point. I just beat it last night actually. I want to make a game like that. I feel like I can do it. I just need my mind goes to write RPGs because I'm mainly a writer, I'd say at this point. I feel like that's like my strongest attribute. Gonna run a prep for my stream. We're gonna look at the rest of your stream. Thank you, Moonwood! We won't be staying for too much longer anyway. I actually stayed, we'll do it for 9 more minutes. I actually went over my own limit because I was having so much fun talking to you guys. Completely lost track of time. But that's good. I entered a good flow state. Yeah, thanks so much for joining again, dude. Awesome working with you. Good luck with your stream. But yeah, I definitely, after the stream, I need to go make sure I follow everyone else that was in the list. Like, like Spicy Monkeys thing. Now it's just the two of us. Sean, I'm gonna touch you? Oh boy. I think Right Thing's still here. I'm safe for now. Surely, Right Thing, right? You gotta make it fast, though. Yeah, all right, we're good. Hey! We're good. Safe for now. Just kidding. Unless... Gimpy's one was really cool too. I can see why it took him so long for his devlog. It's really creative. I mean, I think everyone cooked for theirs that, you know, that submitted one. You quitting it? Thanks, bro. I was mine. I will actually. I won't lie to you guys. I said it in my can't wait yourself will be touched. I will say I was proud of it, but only because mine. I took so long to submit mine to Toasty because I'm not like stream shy, and I feel like I'm a decent speaker, although I get like sidetracked a lot. I'm able to like formulate my thoughts pretty well and explain things clearly, and I'm not afraid of like speaking. But oh my gosh, recording a script then reading it, I might need to take like your approach where you just kind of ramble and then cut it up. If that's what you do seemingly. Because I had no problem writing the script exactly what I wanted to say, but recording it and like hearing my own voice, oh my gosh, that was so hard. That was so hard to do. So like I was like, and then I obviously not a video editor, so like my little meme I made of like the Jujutsu Kaisen thing, which I thought was funny. No, I couldn't. No, I like the style of it though. I really like your style, and the fact that you although it is like rambly, you having like Riggy there as like a straight man who's like trying not to laugh in the corner is so good. Like, and you know, the energy you bring to it, like it's not awkward at all, even if you are kind of like going everywhere. You know, if it's a good like energy, it's a good energy to it. That's what makes it so so strong. Man, we really are getting somewhere at least. I'm so happy it's actually shaping up to be nice. Not having oh my god, no. It gave me 0 snoozes today for them. I don't know why. Twitch hates me. I'm gonna make sure everyone sits through ads, and then we're gonna come back, and then I'll end the stream. After 1 minute. Their pennies are mine. Alright, ads over. Awesome. Okay, let me finish this one little section. I think what I want to do is let me seal up this part and then kind of go from there. Okay, cool. My brain not working? Yep, it wasn't for a second. Okay. Okay. Definitely getting somewhere. Definitely getting somewhere. This is gonna be like a multi-day map, but okay. I'm gonna hit the A. Good to see you. No problem, dude. We're about to end the stream right now. So, thank you everybody for joining. Thank you, some random dev. Good to see you, dude. Thank you, Moonwood Games, of course. Rythane, Mineral Games, of course. Patter. Thank you so much. Part-time for the raid. Valen, good to see you. Droid Slayers, Kyle, good to see you. Let's see, who else? Voxkaya? Voxkaya? You know who you are. I'm so bad with names. Julia, of course. Windrider Game. Good to see you. I think that was it for today. Happy 40th anniversary, everybody. Could not have done it without you guys. So glad to see everybody. We'll be back Saturday for some more dev work. We got a nice, chill dog watching work from home day scheduled for tomorrow. And then gonna work on more Our Dying World, of course. So Hades 2 has been beaten. Next up is finishing Dragon Quest on stream. So we'll continue that sometime soon. Working on like a more consistent, better schedule. But we actually did do what we had to do today. Like it was a normal schedule. So we'll take these things. All right. Take care, everyone. Have an awesome Thursday night and hopefully a great Friday and stretch of the weekend. See you guys on Saturday. Bye-bye. That's my best Markiplier impression. I hope you guys liked it.